quite a bit of time has passed since I uploaded my first video on my solar installation that I started. The previous video I was standing on the roof of my house in Cape Town and just beginning getting all the components and everything ready to start my solar installation. Since then I'm not living there anymore. I resigned and took up another job offer elsewhere in the country. And now, well, obviously after that I then cancelled my order for my batteries and my solar panels, and I'm now renting a house in another small town a couple of 100 kilometers away from Cape Town, and I'm starting to pick up the pieces and all my projects and got rid of quite a few of them. So in this video I'll quickly have a run through of all the equipment that I have for my solar setup, which I'm still planning to implement at least to a certain stage. And so I'll go through the components and the equipment that I have thus far and my plans how to incorporate it in a DB board of a house that I'm renting, which does pose a bit of a challenge because I need to get permission to do that, which I'm not sure if the landlord will allow that, but I'm hoping if I submit thorough diagrams and so on with motivations and assurances that he might allow me to connect up if I'm doing it correctly. And I'll show you now what plan I have with that. But for now, let's quickly run through the equipment that I got. Okay, so this is the basic stuff that I've got now, at least some of it. The rest are still in boxes. So obviously in the main unit here is the Multiplus 2. It's a 5 kVA grid-tied inverter. This unit does need to run off batteries. It cannot function without it. So that'll basically be the heart of the system. And so this is a full compliant grid-tied inverter that complies to the NRS, I think it's 197-2 regulations, basically with all the anti-islanding protection in it and certified. Then something that I'll use later is my MPPT charge controller, which will charge my batteries and manage the solar power. Then the brain of the system, my Servo GX. So that's the brains and connecting to VRM, which is the online portal from Victron. And then obviously I've got the energy meter, which I'll show you now where I'm going to put that in. Then I've also got two of these JBD BMSs, which I'll use for my battery builds. I'll cover the battery in a separate series of videos maybe. I've already ordered 34 lithium iron phosphate cells, which I'll use to build two batteries. Then I have a little current transformer. This was actually just to play with because I wasn't exactly sure how I'm going to set this up on this DB board, and I might actually still need to use it. We'll see about that. Then I've got a RS485 to USB cable, and that I'll actually use for the energy meter to connect that to the servo. Then I've got a bunch of other cables. So this is basically what I've got now. I've got another one of these BMSs. Then over there I have a whole box full of battery disconnects, everything from circuit breakers to earth leakages, a bit of stuff there. I was actually planning to rebuild my complete DBs at my previous house, so some of it will stay as spares and the rest I'll see where I'll use that. Okay, so that's basically what I've got. Let's go over to the DB board and then see how I'm planning to split that. Okay, so luckily the DB board is actually quite sorted out, I must say. I've got a little Shelly EM in there to monitor my usage, and then obviously my prepaid meter. So the plan with this is to put the energy meter in there roundabout. I'll need to rewire it, so I'm getting my mains in on this side from the little power box here. So I'll run through the isolator, and then from here I'll directly run over to my energy meter, and then I'll come back to the top of this, which feeds directly from the isolator, and I'll run over to my earth leakage. Now the way this is split up is I've got my little doorbell here, and then all my plugs on these breakers. Then I've got my earth leakage, and only my plugs is running on my earth leakage. Then on this side I've got my lights and my geyser and my stove. So the way I'm going to try and split this is to throw my lights together with my earth leakage and all my plugs. I'm going to throw that over and split it as my essential list, and then I'll keep the geyser and the stove as the non-essentials. So I'm going to split the supply there at the top. You'll see there's a bus bar in there. I'm going to split that and move this whole section over. Then the way I'm planning to tie in here, because I can't change all the wiring, I highly doubt that the landlord will give me permission to do that. So my suggestion is to actually install a generator switchover panel. So that panel will obviously, I'll run that from the main supply after the energy meter. And then, but the switchover will only switch over power to my essentials. The non-essentials will still sit between the energy meter and the switchover panel. The reason for that is I only want to switch over my essentials to my inverter, and when I do have solar, I'll program that to feed back to my non-essentials, but having my energy meter as a control to not feed back into the grid. So this is the plan, and yeah, let's see what happens. I should get the batteries within about two or 3 weeks, but in the meanwhile, the only problem now is that this backside doesn't fit that, so I'm unsure of how I'm going to fit that in there. Maybe I'll just make something and, I don't know, stick it in there, fix it, I don't know, we'll see. So the first, well, I guess not the first, but one of the first things is I must get this in here, and then I will build a panel. So I don't want to fix anything to the wall, so over in this section I will build a steel stand, and that steel stand will need to house or have all my equipment set up with the batteries at the bottom, so it's easily movable and not fixed. So that's the plan. I'll upload some videos as I'm going along and as I'm getting things done. As this inverter needs to run off batteries, it can do power assist, but it needs the DC to function and to switch on. So I will need to first get my battery sorted out before I can actually do the installation. So we'll get started at some point, maybe in 2 weeks or so. I'll start with the batteries, and then I'll do an update again on how I build the batteries. There's also some software patches that I need to load on that servo to enable the communication between the servo and the BMS for the state of charge and so on. Yeah, so that's just a quick update on my solar system, and I'll upload some videos as I go along with the different sections. Then installing the solar panels on the roof, well, that's another story. We'll see if I get permission for that. Anyway, that's it for now, and I'll do an update again later on.